Hey YouTube, now that I am 4 years into my lock journey, I thought it might be cool to do a little bit of a recap of my journey thus far. I started off for 4 years being loose natural. This is just a series of blowouts of me going through each year. And this was my last twist out before I went and had my locks installed. I started with 2-strand twist in June of 2014. And as you can see, I had quite a bit of shrinkage once they were installed. And my pattern was pretty simple. I just had squares all over, nothing special. The thing that I think a lot of people always struggle with is how long it's going to take for their 2-strand twist pattern to go away. Anytime I had a fresh retwist, I always thought, okay, yeah, my pattern is finally going away. And it would seem like it was getting more frizzy, but sometimes I would see it start to present itself again. And, you just had to roll with it and just be patient. About 6 months, you can still see a little bit of it here and there, but it really started to frizz over nicely. And I could really start to see that it was starting to mature a little bit. As for styling, as I've said before, I'm pretty simple with the styles. The 2-strand twists were a big deal for me just because it allowed me to maintain my retwist longer, especially with swimming and things of that nature. But I was really happy to see the budding and just the maturity of my locks coming along. Here you can see how my hair was really frizzing and maturing. I loved getting really fun styles from professional stylists because I could never do my hair that well. And here I thought my hair was super duper long at that time. I went through controversial pruning. I had no regrets on that. This is what my hair looks like right after I had it pruned. And a year in, I think this may have been a month or two later, you can see that it kind of plumped right back up again. I learned about locks is that even though your hair is locking, you can still stretch it and have shrinkage all the same. I think those two photos are within a month or so of each other. And again, I felt like, ooh, my hair is getting long, but it was stretched after a fresh retwist. And here's another look at what my pattern was looking like. A little bit before year 2 of my lock journey, I decided that I wanted to cut about 2/3 of my locks off. I started off with 210 locks. I was left with roughly 70, 75, and I liked the change. I needed to have a change. I was ready to switch my hair up a little bit, and I really have enjoyed having the shaved part and the locks still remaining. I was able to have fun with it, getting rod sets, slapping it up in a bun. I figured out if I could flip one side of my hair over, it kind of gives me a little faux bob look. But it really has been something that suited me over time. Towards the end of year 2, I was still seeing these little scraggly ends that just drove me nuts. I decided to trim them off. Some people leave them in place and just, let them lock over time, but different strokes for different folks. Again, still seeing the progression, still loving soft curls in my locks. And here I am finally into year 3, feeling like my hair is getting longer yet and just really enjoying the fullness of the locks. I'd say it was around this time that I really started to feel kind of the weight of my hair, and not that my hair feels heavy, but just now it has like a little bit of heft in there because you have 3 years of shed hair trapped inside. And this is another close texture shot. Just the locks are now starting to smooth out and way more mature. Still love doing braid outs. I love the crinkles. I love doing twist outs to have a little bit of waviness. And it's just fun to kind of change up the texture of your hair and the look and the feel of it. A little trick I do with my rod sets is when I get them, I wear a fishnet over them probably for like the first week or so. It just helps the curls to last longer, and even though you can see it in that first photo, it's really kind of barely visible. And here we are, 4 years into the Loc'd game. It doesn't matter if I have loose curls or a messy bun or a sleek bun. I just love the versatility that my locks give me, and I love the look of them, and I can't wait for them to get longer yet.